Alrighty, welcome to the next episode of my DayZ 2024 Beginner's Guide to Console Community Server Modding, although most of this does apply to PC as well. So in this video, I'm going to show you how to spawn in some secret guns, which basically are the coloured variants of the Mosin, the M4 and a few of the AK weapons as well. But before we start, a quick reminder that in the description below this video you'll find a link to this playlist, which is all of these updated for 2024 beginner's guide to community server modding, so you can go through and you can pick the ones that you want to play. Also, there's a previous and next link because I've recorded these hopefully in some sort of logical order. So if you're new to this and you've just rented a server, or maybe you just want a refresher, they're in kind of a logical order that you may well work through when you were sort of getting your server ready for your survivors. So let's jump in. So you want to go to Nitrado, you want to log in and then click on the web interface. That'll take you to the dashboard, and then we'll want to go to the file browser, and then we'll want to go into the missions folder. So XB missions for Xbox, PS missions PlayStation, just missions for PC. And then this is a Churnerus folder, so we're clicking on Churnerus. If it was Livonia server, it would say Enoch. If it was the new map, it would say something else, but I don't know what that would be. And there's two files we're going to be working with that you'll be familiar with if you've already gone through some of these tutorials. There's the types.xml and the cfgspawnabletypes.xml. So we're going to download both of them, edit them locally on our local PC, and then we're going to validate them, and then we're going to re-upload them. So let's grab the types.xml first. So let's go in our DB folder. Here it is, and there's our types.xml. So let's download that, and then that's downloaded. So let's find it in the download folder. There it is. So let's copy that, and what we're going to do is, what you want to do is just prepare another folder on your PC where you can mess around. So I'm going to call this one secret weapons. There we go. And we're going to go into here, we're just going to paste that in, and then we're going to copy it and we're going to paste it again, so that we've got a backup that we can always return to. If we did want to return to it, we'd change the name just to types. It says types 8 because I've downloaded lots of versions of types. Oop, so what, we didn't want to do that, did we? So we've got that one. Now let's go back to our server. Let's go up to the root directory of the mission, and we want the cfgspawnabletypes next. So there we go. So there's cfgspawnabletypes. So let's download that. Click the download button. Let's go to the download folder. Let's copy that. Let's go to this working folder that we have. Let's paste that in there, and then let's paste it again. Oh, sorry. We want to copy it, and we want to paste it again. So we've got a backup that we can return to. Now what we're going to do is we're going to open this up in Notepad++. If you haven't had a go with Notepad++ already, well, have we got two opening? Let's close those. What we'll do, actually, let's change the name just back to types. Right, and then I'll put a link in the description below the video, but basically it's an advanced text editor, free, that you can download, that enables things like, it has color coding so you can see mistakes better. And then at the same time, let's open up cfgspawnabletypes as well, so they're next to each other. Okay, now they're pretty much, it starts near the top. So if we go to the top of the file, we can see the AK101 or the KA101 as it is in the game. There's a black version and a green version. So to make these spawn in, it's really easy. All you need to do is just copy everything below the nominal. So from nominal to tier 4. So it's everything from the opening type thing to the closing type. And paste that over the top of the black one. Like so. And then over the green one. Like that. So now 4 black AK101s will spawn in military tier 4 locations, just like the normal AK101, and 4 of the green ones. Now let's save. Now the problem though is that when they spawn in, they'll just spawn in as like the gun. There won't be any of the other attachment on it, which is something what we don't want. So what we want to do is we want to find the AK101 in the CFG spawnable types file. So if we come over here, we do Control F and then we do Control V and we find that. So there's the AK101. Now types is the file that tells your server how much of something should spawn in and what type of thing it is. So with the AK101, it's a weapon, it's military, it's in tier 4 locations. The CFG spawnable types tells the server what that thing should spawn in with if that's applicable. So the AK101, as you can see here in the entry, should spawn in with a plastic buttstock, a plastic handguard, cashdown optic, PS101 optic, and a mag AK101 30 round. Now that's quite interesting. That so what we want to do now, what we can do is if we just press enter, we're going to do this the easy way. So we're just going to copy all of that, and then we're just going to paste that again, and then we're going to go back to our types file, and we're just going to copy where it says AK101 black, nice and carefully. Go back to CFG spawnable types, and we're just going to paste that over there. So that's over the top. However, this takes the AK plastic buttstock, AK plastic handguard as well. So what we want to do is we just want to search to see if there is a black version of this. So in the types, if we now do a Control F and we paste that in and find next, there we go. What we can see here is that there is an AK plastic buttstock and there's a black version of it. So we want to copy that, the AK plastic buttstock black, copy, and then we want to go over and on our black one we want to spawn in that one. And then is there a plastic handguard? Now I bet it's in a similar sort of place, is it? There we go, there's AK plastic handguard. So it doesn't look like there's an AK plastic handguard black. Okay, so that's okay. So we can't change that one. So we'll leave that as it is. While we're here, what we could do if we wanted to, we could say, okay, let's make sure this spawns in with an optic. So let's change that attachment chance to 1.00, 1.00 or 100%. And then let's change that value to 5. So what that means is there's a 100% chance that the AK101 black will spawn in with an optic, and there's a 50% chance it'll be the cashdown optic or the PS101. And then what we can do underneath the mag as well, we could change that to 1.00. So there's a 100% chance that the AK101 black will spawn in with the 30 round mag, and that's good. And we could do the same for the AK101 normal one as well. So let's make a little bit more space. So what we can do now is, if we copy the AK101 entry again and we paste it there, we'll be ready for the next one. So we know that if we go back up to the top, so we've done the AK101 black, and here we have the AK101 green. Did we do this earlier? I can't remember if we did or not. If it doesn't have weapons, military and tier 4, again do that thing where you would copy that and paste. I think we did it to start off with, didn't we? I've done so many of these videos recently. So there we go. So that's there. So what we need to do now is take this type name, AK101 green, go to CFG spawnable types and carefully paste that into there, like so. So we've got AK101 green. But we want to see if there is a green version of these. So let's copy AK plastic buttstock, go back to types, do a Control F, that's already there, find next. There we go, so there's an AK plastic buttstock green. So we can copy that, go back to here, change the normal buttstock to the plastic buttstock green. Now, is there a green plastic handguard? Let's have a look. So let's do a search for the plastic handguard. there isn't, so there's just plastic handguard. Okay, so we know we can't change that one. And at this time, we could change the optic to 100% chance, so 1.00. Change the PS101 to 0.50, and they will then spawn in. And we could change the attachments chance for the magazine to 1.00. And so the AK101 green is now going to spawn in with a plastic buckstock green, the normal plastic handguard, one of the optics, and a mag. How cool is that? So now, again, we go back to the top. So we've done the AK101, black and green. So now we have the AK74. And you do exactly the same with that. So at the moment, the AK74 spawns in. The AK74 black doesn't. So the easy way of doing this is just to copy all of that from the beginning of nominal to the end of tier 4. So copy that and paste that right over there. There we go. And then we can do the same with the AK74 green. I'll remember I've done it this time. So we've done that. And then what we need to do is copy AK74, go over to our CFG spawnable types, do a Control F, do a Control V to find the AK74, make some space, copy the whole entry for the AK74, paste it in just below, go back to the types, go to the AK74 black, copy that, go back to the CFG spawnable types, change the type name to AK74 black. So the AK74 spawns with the wood buttstock. So let's see if there's a black wood buttstock. So let's copy that, go back to the types, do a Control F, do a Control V, find next. So there's AK74 woodstock. No, there's not an AK. There's not a black one, so that's good. So is there a different coloured AK74 handguard? I don't think there will be. Let's copy that. Let's go back here in the file. Let's paste that in. So there's not a different handguard either. So that's good. So we could change the attachment rate for the optic to 1.00 or 100%, and we could change the PS011 to 50% because 50 and 50 is 100. And then we could change the attachment for the magazine to 1.00. And then we could change. See, you do come across errors in the code. So this is an error, this. So what it's saying is for the AK74, there's a 45 round mag that has a 15% chance of spawning in, and a 30 round mag that has a 100% chance of spawning in. Well, that's more than 100%, isn't it? It's 115, so that's wrong. So I'm going to remark this out. So I'm going to do left arrow bracket, exclamation mark, dash dash. Then afterwards I'm going to go dash dash right arrow bracket. There we go. So we've remarked that out. So because we've put those brackets around that particular argument, the server will now ignore those. And let's save as we go along. So that's what we got to do. So then you go down and you do the same with the AK74U black, the AK74U green, and then the other ones are if you look for the M4A1, so there's the M4A1. So again, you're going to do the same with the black one, and you're going to do the same with the green one. And then the final one, if I remember right, is the Mosin. And the Mosin, there is a black and a camo and a green version of it as well. So you're just going to copy the entry for the normal Mosin underneath the entries for the black, the camo, and the green Mosin. And then you're going to find the CFG spawnable types entry for the normal Mosin, and then you're going to copy and paste entries for the black, the camo, and the green Mosin. Now, once we're done, so let's save that. Imagine we've gone through them all. So now we're going to go to our XML validator, and we're going to choose file. So let's find where these files are. Secret weapons. So let's just check the types file first, validate. No errors are found. Click on XML validation. Choose file, cfgspawnabletypes. Validate. No errors were found. Excellent. So now we can go back to our server, go to the root directory for the mission where the cfgspawnabletypes would be. Click on upload file. cfgspawnabletypes open. That's uploaded that one. Go into the DB directory. Upload file. And this is where we put our types. Now obviously I haven't gone through and I haven't completed the whole exercise here. And then we would just click restart server. And that's how you do it. However, there is also an easier way. And that is you can use one of my preset files. So in the links in the description of this video, you'll also find a link to my GitHub repository. And what I do for every update, I produce boosted loop files. And these boosted loop files include spawning in of the camo and the different coloured weapons as part of the package that you get. So what you need to do is just look at your server, look at which version you're running at the moment. So this is 1.24. By the time you watch this video, it might be 1.25, 1.26. Go to my GitHub and then just have a look for the boosted loots package that is compatible with the map that you're running and the update. So DayZ 124 Churnerous. Click on that, and what you can do is if you just click on code, download the zip, extract that on your local computer, and just upload these files, everything apart from README, over the top of the existing files where they are on your community server, and simply restart your server. You'll get things. You'll get all these weapons, you know, the coloured weapons, but you'll also get mags that spawn in with full of bullets. You'll get vehicles that have got everything on them, with stuff in the back as well. You'll get server restart. You'll get more food. You get more NBC, more gas masks, more of everything. It makes for a more pleasant quality of life DayZ experience, which is really good for beginners and people who haven't got that much time. So definitely consider that. Just make sure that you download and use the right version of the boosted loot files in terms of the map and the version number. Okay, so I know this has been a little bit more of a complicated one, but hopefully this video has been useful. If it has, hit like. If you want to see more of the same, press subscribe, and of course I'll see you again soon.